I'm coming. I'm coming. Not only is Blazer, he's late. Useless goat. I'm coming, Dan. Unbelievable. ah. Hmm. So far, this is the best stream ever. Can you believe this, guys? Can you believe this? You know what? When do you get back home, Dan? Unbelievable. Hmm. Looks like we held that support at the bottom there for MRM. All of these names just have to look super slow going into the open, you know? Super slow. Anyways, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's make some monies. Good morning, Dan. Virus, good morning. Archer, where have you been? Long time no see. Where have you been, Archer? How are you? K-Tal, good morning, down. SGBX is going to drop a no. We'll take a look. It really is slow, Dan. Jay, good morning. Ahmad, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, Pyro. Good morning, Tony. Mark, good morning. Marty, good morning. How are you finding Discord, Marty? Brian, good morning. Jason, good morning. Larry, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Tony, good morning. Prince, good morning. Prasad, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Nikolai. Good morning, YW. Salat, good morning. Good morning, Chris. JV, Coach JV, good morning. Good morning, Robert. Mr. Positive, good morning. Alex, good morning. Donna, good morning. Rita, good morning. Tokel, good morning. Tom, good morning. Shorts on sound, interesting. Martin, good morning. Croc, good morning. Russ, good morning. Good morning, Chefman. Is it crypto day today? Why would it be crypto day? Wall Street Wolfie. Willie, good morning. Floyd, good morning. Jay, good morning. Hassan, good morning. Morris, good morning. Lizzie, good morning. Oh, yeah, Rob. Yeah. Good morning, Shima. Nikala, Neleka. Good morning. However you pronounce your name, good morning. Good morning, T. Hello. Andy, good morning. All the J's, good morning. Patricia, good morning. Chris, good morning. Andy, good morning. Good morning, A. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Yeah. Hopefully today's a bit, James, thank you very much again for, the reshares and you know what you do. Thank you. June, good morning. William, good morning. Caitlin, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Ah, let's go. Anthony says we've been rolling together for 10 to 15 years. Have Anthony? From where? From where? From the village? Dean, good morning. Oleg, hi. Kev, good morning. Aviel, good morning. Since you're in calls, Archer, we had a really good gap up, and then some of the profits, kind of disappeared. But hopefully, it's enough though to make you happy this morning. Yeah. Dirt, good morning. Happy Friday. Anthony, you're gonna have to give me more details. How can you say we've been rolling together for 10 to 15 years and I don't know who Anthony is? Give me more details, Anthony. What is this, a secret? Help me out. Anyways, the market's open in 2 minutes, guys. Some of the names that we're going to be paying attention to going into the open. Na 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 na. Perfect. SPRU. Of all of the names we're looking at like today, like PR drops today, the only one is SPRU, which is interesting, isn't it? Anyways, doesn't really matter. All about price action and performance, right? So SPRU, I just want to see this thing break out or retest the bottoms, like retest the 200 EMA. Alrighty, so for now, it's kind of sitting in the middle, so there's really nothing to talk about. This is probably one of the favorites, right? So we'll come back to that. SGBX kind of in the same boat, right? So we either need to break out or we need to come back and retest the 200 or the bottoms. So for now, we're just kind of watching because everything is going sideways. Orus, for those of you that know Benjamin, Benjamin is like a potentially a big social media account. They're saying that they're going to pump this thing at the open or support it, right? So for now, let's see if we can dip or break out, right? Like all of the names we like are either going sideways or mostly just going sideways, right? So we shall see what happens here at the open. Cool. We like MRM a little bit as well, just because it's coming off a double bottom, right? And then penny stock, CHSN, alrighty. PLBL is just on here just to see that they can actually break out or if some volume comes in. So that will be on the side there. Let's see. SPRU is trying here to move, but that's a typical market open candle, right? So there's nothing overly exciting happening yet. Yeah, they all look interesting. There's just nothing breaking out or testing the bottoms, you know. So just waiting. Question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite stock for now? Tom, good morning. Um, yeah, in at 949. Ooh, okay, very nice. Yeah, question for you guys in the chat. What's your favorite stock for now? Favorite stock sound? SPRU? Orus? Yeah. Open? MRM? Yeah, MRM is testing that 200 EMA there, so there might be a bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem. The S&P with a nice little pop there, so let's hope that can continue. Right? SPRU looks like we want to potentially dip and retest the bottom of the zone, which is not a bad thing. SGBX is doing the exact same thing, right? Retesting the support as well. So let's see if we can hold. It's Friday, guys. There's really no need to rush, right? So MRM is doing what it's supposed to do. So retesting that 200, stalling, and then potentially retesting this demand area, right? So let's see if we can stay above that. Again, Orus is being spammed, and so let's see if this thing can break above 19 cents. That's your next little resistance there, 19 cents. Alrighty. This one probably has the most hype. So we'll see if that hype actually comes through. It's up 100% already, so it has done really well. But when the market opens, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new life. Anyways. Come on now. Like everything is just playing games here with us for now. So SGBX is retesting that 36-35 range we talked about this morning. So let's see if it can kind of consolidate and then bounce back. Alrighty. BTOG with a nice little pop there. Same thing with AMPX. Good morning, Jeff. Down low, what's your entry price in that thing? On that SGBX. So SPRU is testing that zone we talked about, right? So that 140 to 130 area. So this is kind of what we wanted to see on this one, right? Dip, 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 dip. You did, Andy? My goodness. Was that a swing play for you? You're in at 42 cents on SGBX? Okay. Yeah, you're really hoping that we can stay above this 200 EMA then down. I think we should be able to bounce at some point, hopefully. Hopefully. Orus again has the most hype and it's testing the 19 cents. So, and there goes Orus. Orus is making brand new highs here. Yup. So those dudes were not kidding when they said they would pump it a bit at the open, right? So there goes Orus testing 20 cents. 20 cents is always a big psychological level, isn't it? Right? The candle broke above but hasn't really closed above yet, so that's going to be important. Yeah. Orus says, come on, guys. Come on, let me cook a little bit. The other two, right? So SGBX still testing that 36 and holding. SPRU is still dipping to that 140, to the 200 EMA. Nice little pop here for MRM, right? So demand zone holding, retesting the 200 EMA. And Orus needs to get back above 20 cents and actually hold. You can do it, something. You can do it. Yeah, so 20 cents is going to be your next obstacle here if you're holding Orus. Right, so that kind of needs to break and close, and then you might just be ready for more. MRM still slowly popping there. So you need that candle to close above $2, and then you're looking for 215, 220. 215, 220. My goodness, Orus, look at that. Look at that, guys. Like 20 cents failed to hold and then slapped. This has to be one of the one of the main issues with like playing stocks at the open. Like the first 5 minutes is something looks really good and then it doesn't look good at all anymore. Right? That's the main problem. Sometimes when you wait a few minutes for the markets to kind of stabilize, you can pick out the garbage and you can pick out the good ones. Just based on performance. So yeah. But now I don't think we can say it's a pump and dump yet because we're still in that same range, right? We're still holding the 200 EMA here, so we just feel that resistance. But stuff like this happens way too often, right? MRM is looking good though. That thing said, "Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I just want to stroll." So good support at the bottom. And a nice little pop there. Spurs, you can almost call this Spurs. I'm surprised you haven't looked at this as Spurs, Shima. Anyways, that thing's still playing with that $1.40 and holding, so that's good. SGBX, we talked about that 36-35 range. Also holding that range, right? So a lot of these names are just holding their levels, not necessarily doing anything crazy. Right, like the only one that isn't. I mean, we barely even held above 10 cents, right? CHSN, but everything else has tested the support and held for now. Just nothing going crazy yet. Nothing going crazy. Crazy. Yeah, maybe. Probably. Come on. Do we have any people in the chat though, Patrick? Good morning. Do we have any people in the chat that purposely wait like the first 5 minutes, the first 30 minutes to play to get into these names? Anybody? I know some of you guys do it. Like there's a rule, right? Wait 5 minutes, wait 15 minutes, wait 30 minutes. Does anybody do that? Yeah, Tony. Pyro? Yeah, most of the time. Yeah. Yep. Yep. There goes MRM. Trying to break above $1.20. Again, so Spurs is holding 140 still. And then SGBX bounced off that 36.35 and retesting resistance here at 39 and 40 cents. Orus, we mentioned Orus having support around 14.50, right? So we couldn't break above 20 cents and actually hold. So then they slapped it back to the abyss. So let's see if we can hold the bottom now. Oh, Z bottoms. Spikes, the criminal himself. So again, we're holding that. You are holding this range here for Spurs. So that's a good thing for now. We need some of these names to start giving us like higher lows, you know. There's a stock called Lion that's popping a little bit. Somebody say Spurs, yeah. Maybe we should stay away from something called Spurs, you know. But we'll find out. We will find out. I'm kidding, Spurs fans. I'm kidding. 38 cents and still $1.50. And you can see that next resistance there for MRM, right? So $2.20. So nothing crazy going in. The SGBX is looking better now too, right? So again, most of these names tested the bottom, especially these two, right? Testing the bottoms and holding. So a lot of resistance between 40 cents and 42 cents. If you look to the left-hand side there for SGBX. So that thing is going to need to break above that. But it's fighting though. Here we go, 40 cents. 41 cents. Let's go, Spikes. Did you cook already this morning? My goodness. So here comes 41 cents for SGBX. So just be careful the closer we get to this 42. That thing's like, nope, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Just let me cook. Just let me cook, please. There you go. After the stream ended, oh yeah, 3x. I saw that. Yeah, come on, Spikes. Thank you very much for the giveaway. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And cook some more today, please. And you don't remember you don't need to because you made 3x yesterday, right? You really don't need to. So take your time, wait for the proper, for the best setup, and then go from there. Alrighty. Here we go. Clearing that 42. The actual high of the day for this thing is 45 cents. So let's see if we can close a candle above 42 and then go for 45. Alrighty. So again, we were looking for this range, right? We mentioned in Discord 36 to 35. So that next resistance is around 42 and then go from there. Spurs is still just sitting at the bottom there. You know, that's what Spurs does best. I'm kidding. Shima's gonna hate me by the end of this. Anyways, the S&P also needs to break above like 635 here for some volume. So. Good morning, Morris. Oh, the Spurs fans. Sorry, BLK. You really could, Spikes, right? You really could. So take your time, right? Um, I think that there's a saying, which I'm not gonna say, but just take your time with those plays, and just remember, just because you're making more doesn't mean that you have to trade more or you have to trade bigger, right? So keep it the same, right? And no need for when you're doing exceptionally well, more you require more discipline. Viruses don't say it. Yep. No, 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 no. 50 cents. Okay. Yep. At least you're getting back to break even though, right? Down low. I think your entry was a bit high because you didn't really buy it at support, right? You didn't buy in the dipski to like a supported level. You bought on the way up at resistance. So that's why you're kind of dealing with a bit of a problem here now. But at least you're closer to break even, right? Again, Spurs is still just fighting here. So holding 140, holding the 200 EMA, it just doesn't have the volume to push yet. So it's going to need that from somewhere. For now, the volume is with SGBX. SGBX. Here comes 43 cents. Yes, Pablo. Yes, yes, yes. More winning. Fulham? Fulham. As long as Fulham is winning. So let's see if we can get to that 45 cents here. Doo-doo-doo. I think you have two usernames. Actually, yeah, this we'll talk about this weekend, guys, in the sports channel because we need to get the league going, especially since we only have like a week left. PAPL with a bit of a pop there. BTI, yeah, BTI came back for a lot of you guys, so that is good. Yeah, this supply zone area is tough for this one for SGBX. Tough, tough, tough level. BTI. Verb is halted up. Interesting. Yeah, it was a nice little pop, and then not a whole lot of volume, right? So that's why you don't see it going up the scanners here. Spurs is like, are you talking about me? Are you trashing me? Yeah, Spurs, come on, close above $1.50. Spy is going for the for that 635 though, so that's good. Almost everyone else is hurt. Yup. There goes the S&P, brand new highs of the day. So that looks nice. And Spurs, not Spurs. SGBX could not break and actually hold. You can see the red zone though, right? So clearly not a level to be getting in, right? Especially when you see it stalling up there. So now we're retesting. What you're hoping for in this one is just a higher low or a double bottom. So stay about 35, 36 cents. Alrighty. Down. Make sure you manage that position properly. MRM, we haven't really talked about this one since the that push at the open. It's going back for $2.20. So we are getting a higher low off the 200 EMA on this one. The question is, can we keep closing these candles above 220? If we do, then we're ready for potential push into the 230s and 240s. Alrighty, so that watch that thing for a close above 220. And the Spurs are still fighting off the bottom here. Fighting Spurs. Hmm. I'm surprised BTC's. I bet you it's because BTC popped on Trump stuff though. Hoping for 45 cents. Okay, sounds good. Just remember that you have to plan for both ways, right? Your initial entry was not good, right? So you have to look at the downside as well. If it's not working, you need to make a decision at some point. Alrighty, for now you're still fine because we're still holding that bottom, but we were at 43 cents, right? So even though you're looking for 45, sometimes when you have a horrible entry, you make that decision and say, thank you, you know what? Just give my monies back for now. I'll come back and get a better position, right? So MRM keeps failing at the 250 resistance, so there's really nothing to see there yet. Right? Maybe just the fact that it's holding above $2 for now, right? But that 220 is really really important there. The S&P is pushing really nicely here, so that's good. Hopefully this isn't one of those pump and dump scam days again, but we'll see. And the Spurs are really fighting here. You are spikes? Okay, cook it. Just give us highs on highs. So the Spurs are holding. PAPL is halted up. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Yeah. PAPL. This thing has a history of moving like a crackhead, doesn't it? Anyways, it's also Canadian stock, so you if you're in this, you can say thank you, Canada. Good morning, Yeg. Good morning, Mark. That's a nice push. There wasn't really a catalyst on this one, other than just momentum, just vibes. But a nice push. Nice push them. The Spurs are still curling, right? So that's good. SPRU. So when I say Spurs, I'm just just kind of playing with the name there. Nothing crazy. Super slow in the way that it's moving though. Super slow. Pineapple, hey. MRM announced a partnership with ChatGPT. Yeah, just resistance though. ChatGPT needs to help this thing break 220. Needs to help that thing break 220. There's a lot of talk about big short positions in Sound Pablo, but nothing crazy. 28%, but that's a very nice push after double bottoming at the open in the demand zone. So 1290 and then boom skis. Boom skis. So that's looking good. Yeah, a lot of you guys liked this one this morning when I asked what's your favorite stock in the open into the open. A lot of you were looking at this one, so congratulations if you're in Sound. Congratulations. ChatGPT. Did you take a position in the other one, Shima? PLBL? Let's go. Come on, Jaden. Let's go.
Jaden has $1 bill, 1/4, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
Jaden broke no more. Thank you for the super chat, Jaden. Good morning. Did you cook this morning? Yep. So the Spurs went to the VWAP. Almost like they went to a championship game and then slapped. So again, the VWAP has been a really common resistance area. We've talked about this so much lately, right? Anytime you see a stock approaching the VWAP, always expect chaos. Right, so that level is going to be a bit of a problem. Now we're back to that 140, 130 range. Hopefully this stock isn't behaving like Spurs this season, because that might not be a good sign. A lot of pain coming for Spurs fans. PAPL is still halted. The SGBX still dipping, right, but still holding the bottom of the range. So you're hoping for a double bottom or at least a higher low. The S&P is slowly pushing back. It actually made brand new highs there, spikes. So those calls should be nice and green, right? And then MRM again. We're just not doing much here. So we shall wait and see. We really haven't talked about Orus after that push. That's because we're still dipping to that level we talked about, right? So I'd be watching 15 to 1450 still. So we'll see. We shall see. Okay, something. PAPL is unhalted, guys. 435, 446. Oh my days. Oh my days, pineapples. Sheesh. My goodness. 470. And then you have a supply zone at 480, 490. Yeah. So just be mindful of that supply zone there. They're there for a reason. Alrighty. Good morning, Cheddar. Good morning. I can see you smiling with SPY hitting brand new highs of the day spikes. I can see your teeth from all the way in Canada, you know? Unbelievable. Matt, it is, right? It really, really makes your life a lot easier when you're looking for levels to pay attention to. I can see your smile from here, Spikes. So 630 635 7 635 80ish kind of seems like we put this line here for a reason, not sure why yet, because I think I'd have to zoom out and I don't want to do that, but it seems like we have a little bit of resistance here, maybe a little bit of resistance there. Danny, what did you get into that got slapped? What did you get into? Pineapple? I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Sasha says, I followed your advice a couple of days ago and went positive. Can you drop your Discord link? Yes, Sasha. Can you come over to YouTube and sign up on YouTube? You want to do that? Just come over to YouTube and search hot trades, or just click the link. It's gonna bring you over here as well, and then come sign up. So come click the join link at the bottom of the chat here. This link. You have to be a member on YouTube, so sign up for the legend level, and then that'll give you access to Discord. Alrighty. SGBX is still just holding that bottom there, which nothing happening, and Spy is pushing there, so Spikes is smiling. I think it's all those super chats Spikes has been sending. The market's like, you know what? You know what they say, like you give and you get more. I'm kidding, but PAPL same resistance 480. So just be careful there, please. How do you know when it's a good time to sell down? Um, there's a lot that goes into that, and we talked about that. We just did a class on Saturday, and we kind of talked about that a bit. So come join us. Orus is really dropping to that 1450, isn't it? All the way down. Sheesh. All the way down to that 1450. So you can see why we were looking at 1450-ish, right? And 15, right? It's because of this range here that we were looking at. So let's see if Orus can stay above that bottom and curls. Spurs again with this one, we were looking for 140 to 130, right? So we've obviously been in that range and it's kind of holding for now. SGBX is holding the range as well and giving us a higher low. Let's see if that thing can push them. Yeah. And then again, that resistance for pineapple energy. Pineapple. that 1480, right? Still kind of failing there. What's the catalyst? I don't know if we had news yesterday. I don't think we do. I think this was just a momentum stock, a chart pump, right? And Pablo, a bit of a double top for you on sound, right? So 1375. BMNR is pumping. If you're wondering why BMNR is pumping, it's because ETH is pumping, right? This is one of the biggest holders, the holders of yeah. Right. So ETH is holding over $1 billion worth of BMNR is holding over $1 billion worth of ETH, right? So as ETH is hitting 4K, of course this one's going to benefit from it. Yep. So that consolidation below $40 was quite nice. Yeah, 4 a.m. this morning, Dr. Rob. Yep, there you go. So $48 for BMNR. 48, beautiful. The S&P is still pushing for highs, so you can still see Spikes smiling. You can still see him smiling, and Pineapple doesn't want to give up, does it? So we're pushing for that $4.80 again. If you can break above that, then you're looking for 520. So let's see if it actually does. Orus is bouncing a little bit up that demand zone, right? Trying to. Let me get it now. Are you getting some puts, virus? The man cannot be stopped, virus. Okay. Pineapples. That was a really nice push there. Yeah, that thing just needs to break above this resistance here. PAPL. Did you have a whole bunch to take some gain spikes, or you're just hoping for another breakout here? Because it looks like it wants to. It looks like it wants to keep going, right? But then you're pushing into that supply zone there, so that'll be interesting. There we go. Yeah, SPY just made brand new highs there. 35.90. Here comes 36. Right. For the breakout? Okay. Sounds good. Good job. And SPY just broke above 336, so that looks nice. At least briefly. Okay. Come on. We need something else to break out here, though. Not just SPY. Yeah, there goes the S&P, brand new highs. How do you know when to time a stock doing 20% or better before it does? Down low, you have a lot of questions that are answered in Discord, so come join us. Especially into the weekend, come join us and watch some educational stuff. Alrighty, it's going to be really good for you. Really, really good for you. Because again, you got into SGBX at 42 cents, right? I wonder when this was alerted in Discord. I wonder. Right? I wonder. So, yep. you potentially would have been in way sooner than 42 cents, right? That thing started moving this morning. Like it really started moving when we broke above the 200 EMA, right? From 28 cents to 30 cents to 35 to 40, all the way up to 45 cents. And you got in somewhere up there, right? So you have a lot of questions. Come join us in Discord, alrighty? So Orus is again testing and holding that level we talked about, right? So 18 sniper. Okay, you kind of got in at a sus level there. A lot of that stuff is in stock general, or if you look at the all-in-one scanner, it's in there. Again, if you want to join us in Discord, click this link that Virus posted from Nightbot here and sign up for the legend level. And it's no surprise though that Pineapple is failing at the top, right? This is called a T-Rex. The T-Rex, right? When you look at this, like when you look at this stock, guys, how many warning signs do you have at the top? Somebody help me out. How many warning signs? And name the warning signs. Andy, 1380. Hope it's 1380. When you look at this stock, right? Because the only reason I'm asking is because people are asking, like, how do you know when to sell a stock, right? How do you know when to sell? So I'm asking the chat, what would make you sell this stock, right? Ivy says 10. There you go. So double tops, right? You see the double tops, right? Perfect. You see all of the wicks, right? We call that the T-Rex, right? So I think that's what a lot of you guys are naming, like 10 and 11s, right? Resistance, a whole bunch of top wicks. Yep, right? Double tops. The red zone, right? The red zone is there. Yep, previous resistance, right wings, double top, supply zone, right? Yep, T-Rex. Yep, exactly. So a whole bunch, and then plus the yellow candle, right? You guys are missing the yellow candle, the golden candle, right? This candle right here, right? That golden candle is another one. So when you're wondering, like, hopefully the chat has answered your question. Like when you're wondering when to sell a stock, that's potentially a red flag, right? I don't think this one's done yet, though. I don't think this one's done. So, but it doesn't really matter though, right? So when you're sitting at a level like that, you want to be very careful. Alrighty? Yeah. This one clearly doesn't look like it's done yet. And we're testing that resistance again. The Pineapple, it's a Canadian stock, so I don't know what you guys expect, you know? But that resistance hasn't gone anywhere though. $4.80. And we're hitting it and failing again, right? So $4.80 back into the 460s. These other two stocks like SGBX, they're not quite dying yet, but my goodness, are they annoying, right? SGBX is still giving us the higher low, so you can't really throw this thing in the bin yet. It still has a chance, right? And then Spurs is still just sitting in that stupid 140, 130 range. So where's the volume gone? Who knows? The S&P is cooking here. Spikes, woo! Spikes cannot be stopped, Virus. What have you done to this man? He cannot be stopped. What does the golden candle mean? The golden candle signals a potential reversal, but the golden candle is not something you want to use on its own, right? You want to always combine that with a whole bunch of other things. So, for example, this is a really good example. Look at this golden candle, right? So actually, this is perfect. So, look at this golden candle on SPY right there, right? And look at this golden candle on SPY right here. This one tells you that, hey, we think there's a sell-off coming. So the golden candle tells you that there's a reversal of the current move. So if we're going up, it's saying, hey, we're going to go down. If it's going down, it's saying, hey, we're going to go up, right? So it's basically a reversal candle, right? But you never want to use it alone. In this case, you have a whole bunch of other candles confirming it, like, hey, there's a problem. That's perfect, right? Whereas when you look at SPY right now with this golden candle, there's nothing else confirming it, right? It's higher lows and higher highs, so no confirmation. Cool. Whereas when you look at pineapple, right, you don't make the decision on that first golden candle, but now you're getting consistent wick supply zone, right? Then you have a bit of a problem. Cool. I see a whole bunch of questions for Orus. Orus, nothing's really changed, right? We talked about this. We talked about it this morning in Discord. Orus has support at 1450 ish, right? I mean, it's dipped to that level and it's holding, but it doesn't have the volume to push back up. So if you're in a position, watch that bottom there closely, please. Did you take those gains, spikes? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. So when you see people succeeding, usually they put in a lot of work, right? Like we mentioned yesterday, spikes went from stocks to this to that, and just testing and putting in the work, right? So and the work gets rewarded. So that's always a good thing. So usually when people are like, hey, when we join Discord, are you gonna tell us what to buy and sell? I'm like, are you looking? If you're looking for an example of what's working, look at people like Spikes, right? So when you join our community, we will help you, right? With education, with ideas, with with like all the tools you could ever need, right? But you have to put in that work. You have to put in that work, and if you do, you're gonna succeed really nicely. So, I know you're asking, Maury. I know you're asking, like, hey, you're gonna tell us what to buy. Um, that's that we do that, but that's not what we want to focus on. Alrighty. So not to ignore your question, but that's not what we want to be focusing on. Yep, exactly. Exactly. We did that a lot back in the day, like every play, like even on stream, right? We did that on stream. Like, okay, we're getting in now, we're selling now, we're getting in now, we're selling now. Right? That was fun. Like it really was fun to trade together and talk about entries and exits consistently all day. But at the same time you know, it's yeah. Orus is diving. Yeah, it is diving, isn't it, Andy? That thing said nope, 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 nope. And it was holding that level for a little bit and it curled, but it just couldn't break above the kernel, and they slapped it back down. Slapped it back down. And pineapple is looking good here. There goes $5 for the pineapple. Type yes in the chat if you're holding PAPL. Type yes in the chat if you're holding PAPL. The pineapple. So we broke above that 480 we mentioned, and we're looking for 520, right? Which is the next level we mentioned, right? So from 480 to 520. The pineapple. Yeah, you just sold. Nice. That was a good push. A very good push, and Spikes is still smiling here because Spy just keeps pushing through that supply zone. Amy, yes, well done. Oil stocks are crashing. Yeah, whenever the market's having a really good day, names like that tend to not do as well, right? The gold names, the energy plays, they tend to struggle, right? So your next resistance for the pineapple here is that 520. The 520. And you're seeing a bit of a selling pressure there at that level. A little bit of resistance at that level. Perfect. Ashraf. Yeah, we've said that quite a bit in the past too. Is we think these dudes will short a play and then say, "Oh, we're gonna do this instead," right? But they're doing the complete opposite of what they're saying they're doing. So who knows? Yeah, Carlos, well done. Well done, Ski. So we broke one resistance, now we're playing with the next resistance. I'm surprised we don't have lines in this chart. We must have deleted those lines, I think. Eric, yes, you're not wrong. So again, $5.20, your next resistance, right? So we need to break that level. 511. Jameson, Palantir. Okay. Andy, what's your position in ATNF? What's your position? Let me know. I'll take a look. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And we're failing at 520 for now and retesting, which is really common, right? Break one level, push for the next one, and then sell off. Here comes Dipskis. It would be nice if that thing came back and retested the 50. Yeah. Spurs still holding the bottom here for you, Shima. Yeah, still in that same range though. Hopefully, Spikes took some monies there. Nice little push to the top of the supply zone and then Dipski. Some deep skis. I'm sure some people are holding down low. I'm sure. But some people also holding from the 20s and the low 30s, right? So your entry is a bit on daily on that. Oof. Let's go. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. I like it. Mm. Here we go. Anything left to trade today? I think PAPL, these dips like closer to $4 are going to be good, all the way down to 350. So this one doesn't quite look like it's done yet, and it did this last time it ran too, if you guys remember, right? Like weird dips and then boom skis back to the high. So this one's going to be on watch for sure. On watch. Pizza. Good morning, Pizza. How are you? I don't want to hear anything. You're fine. Just worry about your position down low. Right? Worry about your position. Mm-mm-mm. Good morning, Sean. Hello. They want to cook me. Well done, Eric. SMX, is SMX moving finally, Ashima? Spurs is really holding that range, isn't it? Like really, really holding. So 130 to 140, really fighting. Yeah, Winterfell, yeah. Really, really holding that range. So Peter, you better start getting that merch ready for Spikes, because Spikes is running away with it. Spikes and Jaden. Jaden's number 2, Spikes is number 1. Let's go, Spikes. Give me a high five. Well done. We go at night. Guess who?
Scientists in Trinidad and Tobago believe they can build a rocket to go to the sun. Scientists in the United States said it is impossible that a rocket cannot go to the sun, it will be melted. The scientists of Trinidad and Tobago said they are not going in the day, they are going in the night.
Let's go. Only true criminals go at night. Only true criminals go at night. Come on now. Spikes, keep cooking, please. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Peter says the name is too long. We call him Spikes. Let's go. And maybe Spikes wants a different name on his merch stuff. We'll see. Well done. I like it a lot. We are not going in the day. We are going in the night. That dude was so serious too. I really would like to know if that's like an actual news conference or whatever you call it. Anyways. Yeah, so Pineapple failed at that 520 resistance, which isn't a surprise, especially with the supply zone and the history and the yellow candle, right? So for now, again, all of those dips closer to $4 might be good opportunities for PAPL. And the Spurs just lacks volume there. Winterfell lacks volume. IXHL, the company released news about the sleep apnea, received positive reviews 2 hours ago. The stock is behaving sus. Yeah, I think it's because it had that nice run. I think it had a really good run though, from 20 cents all the way up there. So I think most people are done with it. It's different when you get a brand new headline on a brand new stock, then there's new FOMO coming in. Now you have bag holders and that thing selling every time it wants to pop. Yeah. They do lack decent signings, especially with Sunny leaving. Sunny. From there you go, Winterfell, IXHL, right? So nice run. Slow burn. Still Andy, you're still holding that? Okay. Hopefully that thing doesn't screw you though. Please and thank you. And Pineapple dipped all the way down to 420 here. So let's see what it does. SGBX. Yeah, SGBX isn't really doing anything though, right? Down low. So we're still in that same range, still holding, so it's not dead. But it's gonna need to give you a break above 40 cents for some volume. So we're just chilling below the VWAP here. He goes on hikes. His name is Spikes. He goes on hikes. He gets the likes. The market he strikes. Come on, Pizza. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's amazing. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. The market he strikes. On Hope strategy, Andy. Okay. Yeah, just make sure you have a stop loss somewhere there at least, right? In case it, just in case. We need something else cooking. Cooking. You could tell Peter has the creative genes, flowing. The man's a designer, and yeah, and he drops the rap lyrics. Good, Andy. Well done. Good. That's what a community is for, So PAPL is holding that 420 for now. Pineapple. Virus. Yeah. Yes. Just look at those shirts, right? Pizza. I need to do more laundry. I wore all of my Peter merch. So I need to do some laundry. I choose life. Did pineapple just show up in the Boros scanner? Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Sound is also on that scanner, by the way, which is interesting. Sound. One click. But then I still have to wash the new shirt, Peter. You know what's interesting? Somebody tell me if I'm off, right? Maybe it's like a mental thing. So, I wore one of the Peter shirts without washing because I just wanted to wear it because I was excited to get it, And it was the morning, and like I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do laundry before I get on stream. So then I wore the shirt, but then I also felt nauseous like all day long, right? But that's not the first time like I've worn a shirt that I've bought that I haven't washed, and then I felt nauseous. Is that a thing? Somebody tell me. I think it's a thing. SGBX still fighting for 40 cents. The chemicals? Yes, you're meant to wash your clothes. Yeah, I know. It can be. Yeah. Because it's not the first time that's happened. Then I'm like, why do I feel nauseous? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this shirt off. Because sometimes you can kind of smell it too, right? Drugs. No, Tony, not true. Yeah. I think I knew that it was the shirt for sure after I did it a second time. And I was like, oh yeah, this is not a coincidence. Yeah, Salat, yeah. Yep. Sammy, yes. You wash new clothes before wearing them? Yeah, you're supposed to, because there's like they wash them before they send them to you, but they wash them in like crazy stuff. Yeah, SGBX really wants to break 40 cents here, it just doesn't have the volume to do it. Pineapple is doing a good job at 420, so let's hope it continues to stay above 420. And if it does drop, it's going to drop into a really good range then. Virus. Uh, virus with no pizza. Yeah, so Spurs is holding that range, and so is SGBX. They're just not breaking out yet. The S&P is pushing back, so we basically came back to retest the first level we broke above, right? This was the first line we broke above. We went to the second line, then came back to this line, and then now we're trying to go back up, right? So SPY's the technicals on SPY look quite nice there, quite nice, quite nice. There goes 460. Yeah, this one, you get the vibe on this one that even if it does dip, it's not quite done yet. So we're gonna keep paying attention to pineapple. Pineapple sounds nice, doesn't it? So we'll keep an eye on that. SGBX is finally breaking 40 cents here, so that's good. So again, this one's been really, really annoying. It's done exactly what it needed to do, and that's hold the bottom of the range. Right? So we need to get back to that 42, 43, and then 45 cents. At the blue chew line, unbelievable. Let's go. But yeah, 42. Down low, you're still in that position at 42, right? You're out $50, Justin. Yeah, $50 on a Friday. That's dinner monies for you, right? So not bad at all, especially if it's just going back and forth here. There goes the pineapple. So the pineapple is curling up the bottom. There's a bit of a downtrend forming here on the pineapple, but alrighty. So there's a bit of a downtrend there. And what line is that? So 475. $4.75. That candle looks 42 cents. Okay. You need a breakout there then. Yeah, so that, yeah, you can see that resistance, right? The algo pointing that out, right? So right there. So that thing needs to break above 475. Alrighty. SGBX. Mark, I agree. I agree. And then we can start the Friday celebrations. The Friday celebrations. Sound is moving again. Yeah, that's why Pablo is smiling. Sound. Yeah, brand new highs of the day. Nice little dip to retest the view up and the 200. Beautiful. So look at the golden candles on this one. Right? Look at the golden candles on this one. So that's the beauty of the golden candle, right? So like I said, when a stock is going up and you get a golden candle on the way up, if you're getting confirmation from a whole bunch of other candles that it's stalling, it's going to dip. right? So the golden candle on the way up, like this one right here, is saying, hey, we're gonna go down. We think dip coming, right? As long as other candles are failing there, right? Then the golden candle on the way down, the golden candle on the way down is saying, hey, I think we're gonna go back up, right? So the golden candle is there as a potential reversal signal, just kind of there to help you out, right? It doesn't always work, but in this case, work to perfection, right? And then boom skis, brand new highs of the day on sound. That was a pretty sweet gold. Those are two pretty amazing golden candles on the way up and on the way down, right? So golden candles there to remind you of potential reversal of the current move. So um, keyword potential, exactly, right? You have to use other tools for confirmation. Alrighty. So for example, on the way up, you have multiple candles stalling there, right? So almost confirmation. And then on the way down, you have the 200 EMA, you have the VWAP, right? And then you have the curl, basically a retest of that last breakout. Alrighty. So every tool you use is always going to be potential, right? Like it's just kind of there to help you, but it's not the end all and be all. So DKI halted up. Oh, no. This one was also on the this name was also on the list of stocks without shares to borrow, right? So no shares to borrow, and the S&P just made brand new highs, guys. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Woof! And Spikes is cooking it again, Virus. Cooking it again. Cooking it again. we blocked Tesh from the chat because Tesh was being annoying. So we don't need rubbish. Blocked. So Tesh is making curry in the kitchen and crying. Gone to Mars. Yep. How do you turn the golden candle on? It's not a turn on. It's part of the indicator in Discord. So go to the Bull Bear Algo channel in Discord. That 42 resistance is so strong on SGBX. My goodness. So strong. So strong. To the abyss, Tony. Is gonna supply rubbish? It's me. Dan, are you liking futures this morning? Are you liking it? Yeah, it looks like we're ending the week on a really high note in the large cap space, right? The stocks are cooking. The stocks are cooking. For now, the one with a lot of potential is still pineapple, isn't it? Right. So pineapple. Type yes in the chat if you're holding pineapple. Like not the real pineapple, but the stock pineapple. Yeah, Chris. Prasad, yeah. Yeah, those dips closer to $4 on the way down have been good. So 420 has been acting as a nice bounce level. Amy? Okay, sounds good. First trade today, Pyro. Nice. You're holding both pineapples? I like it. I think it's just having a hard time here, though. Having a hard time. So again, you're looking, if you're still interested in the position, you want those dips, like $4 and below, right? SGBX and the pineapple. Still green, Carlos. Okay, good. Not that your stop loss hit, but that you're green. You don't like pineapple on pizza? I like pineapple on everything. On everything, pineapple. Everything. There goes pineapples, guys. Who doesn't like pineapples? Look at that, 480. So testing that next resistance now. Virus, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna leave Virus alone. Doo, doo, doo. He said nothing, but it says a lot. Good morning, weirdo. Good morning, Jax. How are you? Here comes chaos. Yeah, so 485, and then back to that 520. Scott, of course. What's your question there, though? What's your question? Get him. Yeah, so a little bit of resistance at that line there. How's my morning? It's okay. How's yours? You ready for? Are you ready for work? Here we go. 490. Here comes $5 for the pineapple. Oof, beautiful. Oh, I see. There we go. What? And it would into mush. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. He knows better. Virus is saying some pretty sus things, Jax. So, yeah. He was saying some pretty sus things. So don't let him fool you. He was saying he puts pineapple on everything. Everything. I don't know what that means, but I'm just, yeah. uh, Come on, pineapple. Let's break above 520 here. 507, 510. Come on. Can we get to, like, my real height, right? Like around 7, There we go, 520. Yeah. So there we have the 520 level, and then I think we have, I'm gonna zoom out in a second here. There we go. So we're not quite closing above that resistance yet, right? 450 to 5, beautiful, Floyd. That's why we keep the losses small. This is a really good example of why when you're in a position and it's not working, get rid of it, go somewhere else. Standing on a 6-foot ladder. Right? So when something isn't working, don't sit there and say, oh my goodness, but it has to, right? It has to, so you get rid of it and you move on. And you get rewarded somewhere else, So pineapple needs to break and close above 520, and then it's ready for more. PAPL. Let's see. There we go. Orus trying to come back a little bit. Yeah. Again, you can see that double top here though, right? For PAPL. So obviously that level is not the level to FOMO. We mentioned it earlier, like your entry is closer to, you want to be looking for closer to $4, right? Not 520 resistance. Okay, that's good. Come on. Hassan, yeah, you need to upgrade that membership, Hassan, and come join us in Discord, especially going into the weekend so you can study. Alrighty. The Spurs are still holding the range, which is good. Right, that's what Spurs do best: stay at the bottom and not get relegated, at least, right? So it's holding that 140, 130 range we talked about and slowly curling. SGBX just could not break above that 42 cents. Just too much resistance back to the demand zone. Alrighty, and sound still looks good. You just have resistance at $14. I'm kidding. Shima and BLK are Spurs fans, so I'm coming after them today. Here comes that 520. 520. Watch the break above 520 is gonna be a fat green candle, isn't it? I'm kidding. Just because we have a stock that sounds like Spurs, so I might as well take advantage. Why come after us? Because they got rid of Sonny. Sonny was my favorite player on Spurs. Now there's no need to watch Spurs anymore. Champions League? Yeah, maybe. There we go, 523. Again, the candle's not quite closing above yet, right? So we need to close above and cook. Close above and cook. PAPL. Here we go, here we go, here we go. To copy. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. 540 here. There we go, guys. Here comes that 550 we just talked about, right? So there we go. So high of $5.46. Yeah, Jay, give me a high five. Well done. Well done. Shima, LAFC caps. Yeah, you can be an LAFC fan. Yeah. They've signed a lot of good players. Like over the years, a lot of famous, like really good players. Yeah, SGBX is not looking so good anymore, is it? Right? Again, down low. This is why it's important to have that stop loss or just mitigate your risk when it's back to the entry. Right? If you realize that, hey, like I got into a position at a problem level, right? Your entry is 42 cents. This is 42 cents. Right? So resistance, 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 resistance. When we get back there, sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of it, right? and then come back in later. So for now, again, 35 to 36. Let's see if they can stay above. Cool. Cool. Come on, the pineapples. Give us more, give us more. So anyways, our next resistance on this one is that 550 we talked about, right? So those are the levels for now on the pineapple. I like it. Again, who doesn't like pineapples? I don't know. Peter, call in sick. Tell them today's a holiday in Canada. And tell them that's where you're from. Yeah. Anyways, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. Take a second and smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and come join us. Ready? Come join us. So maybe we get a retest. Brendan, I know that one's been spammed quite a bit. Let me take a look. PKI. Z new stock. Yeah. The don't know what to make of this yet. Right, Brendan? So are you in it? Let me know. Back to $14 here on Sound. So Sound is looking really good. And there goes Sound. Ooh, Sound just popped above that 14 like it was nothing. Sound said, let me pop. Please and thank you. BTC. There we go. 1410. I almost want to ask for my old job back so I can quit. Pizza, it's so much work, so much work. Because the sound doesn't come through if I open another tab. For some reason. Why is CGC popping? Is it cannabis news? Oh, they reported earnings. Danny, this is all your fault, isn't it? Yeah, see, now I agree with you. This is your fault. Yeah. Yeah, sound is looking really good. Congratulations if you're holding this one, guys. That looks very nice. Anybody holding sound in the chat? Anybody? $14.16. Nothing crazy, right? But for a bigger name, slow and steady is quite nice. Mm, there we go. Amy, yeah. Ivy, yes. Andy, I like it a lot. Well done, guys. Yeah, super slow, but it's doing the right thing. So Sound and Pineapple are my two favorite names for now. The Sound of Pineapple. Mm-mm-mm. Musty, yeah. Yep. Earlier this year, Pineapple had a really good run too. A really good run. Yeah, so it looks like we came back to retest 480-ish. Yeah, exactly, Dennis. Exactly. And Sound is just 1 penny at a time, pushing to the top. 1 penny at a time. Let me look at the daily on Sound really quickly. I have a feeling we're missing mm, yeah, when you have candles like that, it makes it a little bit complicated because we could fail anywhere in that range, right? But clearly there's no signs of weakness. So for now, here comes $14.20. 420? Maybe that's the resistance. Anyways, back to the pineapple here. Back to 510. CGC, yeah, CGC reported earnings. And the stock had a nice little pop there. Hmm. 1255 Speedyville. Congratulations. That's a really good entry. Look at that thing go. Very nice. Yeah, good entry. Romeo, we have been looking at SPY. What's your question? Yeah. Get back above 520, Dennis. And then 550. And then who's stopping us? Will it break? Why though? Why that question? Are you in a position, Romeo? Like what position are you in? The S&P is dipping here a little bit though, retesting. This DKI stock is still halted. Stop looking at it, Musty. You're gonna be tempted. You're gonna be the open interest on the TLT 100s. Interesting. TLT. What's MU doing, virus? At least GME is better than AMC though. Yep, exactly. Yeah, use that HTGPT channel a bit more in Discord, guys. If you have general questions, go to HTGPT in Discord and ask the AI, and it's gonna give you really good answers. Alrighty, take advantage of it. Pizza, much love. Have a great day as well, and have some pineapple this weekend. Alrighty, like a pineapple pizza, a pineapple, whatever Yeah. See you later, pizza. Yes, Shiva. Yes. Keep your questions stock related. I honestly don't mind though. Like if someone uses HCGPT and they're like, It's just a one question thing, right? But it's completely off topic. Don't mind at all. Like I have a pineapple and I have dough in the fridge. What can I make? It's gonna say pineapple pizza. Or I this is wrong with my car. What do you think, right? So stuff like that. As long as it's not like a continuous, off topic conversation, then yeah, you know. So use it for whatever, as long as it just doesn't completely derail to like an hour long conversation, because then we have to pay for that. You know. Come on, pineapple. What are you doing here? Sound is looking good though. Looking good. So 2 pennies away from the highs of the day. I think people are selling at 1420 because 1420 just sounds like 420. So I don't think it's a coincidence that it's kind of struggling there. Dustin, yeah, it's answered that question before. Yep. 47 or the break of 47. Jeffrey, we were talking about this below 40, and we posted the levels for 2 weekends last week, right? Come join us in Discord, Jeffrey. You're waiting for the boom skis first and then jump in. The answer is absolutely not. GPT-5 now? Yeah, no, they updated. We don't have to. I mean, we could change the name, right? Is it like, let me see. Yeah, we can always change the name. Jeffrey, yes. A tart pizza. I like the sounds of all of that. I really want something pineapple-y over the weekend now. Indicate the seat or the car's interior design is such that it blocks your view. Exactly. Thank you, HTGPT. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have a pineapple and I have dough in the fridge. And pineapple tart, such as optional. See? Yeah, see, I don't mind stuff like that, right? GPT-5. I wonder if the one in Discord has been updated then, Kenneth. I don't know. I have an apple. I have a Apple Pen. DKI is halted up again, guys. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but this is chaos. I don't know what's going on there. Did anybody get into this one? Can you even get into this thing? Apple Pen. Anyways, back to pineapple. So this is clearly our favorite stock for the day, right? There's nothing, there's no competition. So that 550 is our next resistance though. It does DNA, doesn't it? So we're gonna stick with pineapples here because we like pineapples more. And pineapples likes to dip, retest 480, push back to the next resistance. So the technicals on this are excellent. Muy excelente. That's my extent of advanced Spanish. Musty, very. I think we had an idea of that. We had an idea though that those names were going to be disappointing, especially with like the way that they were pushing it up. So If you're still in pineapple, guys, type yes in the chat. If you're in pineapple, type yes in the chat. So we need that 550 breaks. So you have a bit of a double top here. I have an apple. I have a pineapple. Pineapple pizza. Yes, in the chat. Yeah, so you have a bit of a double top here below 550. I want to zoom out and look at the daily. As soon as I do, we're going to break out. But we've had multiple runs before in this thing, right? So we had a big run on this thing on the 31st of July. We had another big run the 23rd of July, right? So this thing's had multiple big runs. I just wanted to see what it looked like on the daily really quickly, because we have those supply zones to kind of help us out with the levels if we're not quite sure. So for now, it's $5.50. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So again, a little bit of resistance there, a little bit of resistance there, right? So we need the breakout. Here we go, pineapples. It's gonna break it, isn't it? Yeah, DKI, I don't know what's going on with that thing, but yeah, definitely a little bit on the scary side, so just be careful. Kenneth, yes. That song was big back in the day, everybody was doing it. It was so stupid. But everybody did it though. You Zilly, you took some profits and then kept some. The right thing to do. Right? Scale out when we go to resistance. Scale out at resistance. So yeah, we do need to break above 550. And there goes a bit of a double top dipski there. DKI 1460. You can kind of see like the spread on this thing. Craziness, isn't it? 14. The ask is 1460, 1480, right? And the bid is like 40 cents below. Like it is all over the place. But if you FOMOed into this thing, you're probably happy you did. You just have to run away quick. Looks like a brand new stock, but this wasn't on the listing this morning though. So I don't know what the hell is going on here, but just be careful. And again, pineapple, surprise, surprise. No, right? So this is why you scale. William, brand new IPO. Okay, that's interesting that there was an IPO that wasn't on the list, and also, it's interesting how it opened right away. Actually, they put it on the list. Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. They put it on the list like well after the open now. Right there, it is. Huh. Tiger Brokers. Interesting. So $4 IPO. That thing opened at $8 though, so you could tell something was already going on here. And again, pineapple hit that double top and then slapped. Right, so you do not get in at double tops. You don't get in at resistance. You scale out. You take gains on the way up. Today you can feel it, Musty. Hopefully. Okay. Musty? Nice. Hopefully that thing can make your calls prints then. Na, 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 Okay. We need more breakouts. Yeah, there's there are two more on the list now. EVBH, and then EFTY. But in terms of $4 IPOs, right? In terms of $4 IPOs, those are the two. The other one's a Nasdaq uplisting. So, yup. There we go. These dudes definitely pumped this IPO before it even opened. $4 open at $8, and then boom skis 15. I wonder what they do. Yeah, I wonder what they do. Let me take a look. We develop, publish, and run mobile digital games through numerous third-party. Anyways, that sounds a little bit complicated, doesn't it? Game design, programming, and graphics, as well as distribution and operations of mobile games. Okay, there you go. That first part was a little bit all over the place. It's a holding company. May 31st, 2024, under the law of the Cayman Islands. This is China, isn't it? This has to be China. Has to be. Has to be. Let's see what the website looks like. With the garbage ads. Okay. Yeah, as soon as you see Cayman Islands, you're like, oh yeah? Yeah. Yup. How come the women in these games all have anyways. Do you notice like a common factor with all the women in this game? What's going on? Hmm. Tony says, "My goodness, my goodness, Tony, what are you saying? My goodness for?" No, that's not it. Spike says, "I notice it and I like it." Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, the art looks interesting and cool. But anyways, the other one's open now too. EFTY. This is the other IPO. The other IPO is live as well. This one already broke below $4, which is a bit sus in itself. Yeah. PAPL, that was a nasty dip, wasn't it? All the way down to 420, back to 480. Yeah. Winterfell, yeah, that would have been such a nice catch. Right? This was the same level on the left, the last two times, right? Right there, and right there. For PAPL. That was Eat Winterfell. I just delete that. Yeah. That was Eat. There we go. from the bottom. You haven't, Tony? Fanboys definitely have a type. uh, French exchange. Okay. The basement dwellers. uh, I don't even know what the game is, but anyways, this is the this is the other new IPL. EFTY. EFTY. VVPR. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a whole bunch of volume though, not yet at least. Let me look at the website to the other one. Hopefully it's not another China stock. We provide investor relation services in Hong Kong. What do you really do? That's not what I want. Industry investor relation services. The company doesn't have a website unless we go digging, which I'm not gonna do that. It's also from the Cayman Islands, but from Hong Kong, you know. Anyways. Anyways. Alisa? Yeah, no, you can usually tell with these stonks. Yeah, that was a good dip on pineapple. Did anybody catch that dip? The pineapple fell to the floor and everybody said, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Look at that, right? For the third time now off that demand off the bottom. Pick up the pineapple. Right? So those dips closer to $4 have been nice. What the hell is that, Spikes? PSTV. Okay. PSTV. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, it looks like sound also dipped, right? Again, this should be quite clear now what we need to look for when it comes to exits, right? Look at this, guys. Look at that. Does that look like a clear exiting sign? Right? Like look at that. Like look at how easily it's moving up, up, and then all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, what happening? What happening? Right? So you notice how stocks sell off every time we do that? It's because retail is the same. Different stock, same retail. Right? You notice how every time before if it does the problem is you don't always know how much of a sell-off you're gonna get, right? That's the problem sometimes. Is if we go down, look at the same thing right here. What do you see, guys? What do you see? Exact same problem, right? Exact same problem. So that's why we call it a T-Rex. Because when you stay in that position, the T-Rex is coming for you. DKI is halted up again. 1350. I was thinking maybe it made brand new highs there, Rob. Next resistance is still 520, guys, for pineapple. So all from 420 to 520, right? And then resistance. And if you look at pineapple, you can see the same thing we just looked at on sound, right? The signs are always there. I keep saying this and people think maybe we're joking, but every time a stock is gonna sell off, there's always a warning sign. It's like a storybook. You know, you're reading a book and it's like, hey, this one time at bank camp, everybody was, and then we crashed. Yeah. Yep. Exactly, Spikes. The signs are always there. Let me take a look. VLN, some shares. Ooh, virus. Yeah, I see what you're looking at. Yeah, do it, virus. Do it. Just put a nice stop loss right below $2. Right, you're gonna risk You're gonna risk 10 cents here, which I don't think. Yeah. Look at this, guys. Right. Look at this. Look at this. Right. This is like reading a book, isn't it? This is why we love technical analysis. I can look at this. You guys can look at this. I can say, close your eyes, open your eyes, right? Tell me where to get in and get out, right? You know, like sometimes it's really repetitive. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Same bottom. These are daily candles, by the way, right? Same bottom, same top, right? Um, this is why we like looking at charts. So when you're looking at something, the first thing you do is you go to the daily chart and you say, okay, if I go back 2 months, what can you tell me? If I go back 6 months, what can you tell me? Even more, let me take a look at the weekly. There you go. Right? Look at that. Look at the weekly chart. Right? Does this look like a storybook, guys? Right? Same top. So, this is why sometimes when people buy positions like this, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? So, since June of 2024, right? So this thing's been failing at this level for a whole year now. I bet you someone FOMO the second time we got here. I bet you someone FOMO the third time we got there. And they're like, but what do we do now? What do we do? I bought this thing at right there or right there. It's like, okay, did you see the last time we were there? What happened? Dirt? Yeah. So yeah, it looks like there's a really good bottom between, like $2 for now. And if that doesn't hold, you're looking for like $1.80, $1.90, right? Like there's a good bottom there. So it seems to go back and forth. So technical analysis is amazing. Amazing. What? Amazing, right? So technical analysis is looking at the past to predict the future, right? Yeah. Unless you want to scale in virus, you could always scale in close to 2, and then if we drop below all the way to 190, 180, you could always add more with the stop loss below. you know? I'm gonna set an alert on this one, the virus. Just like a silly alert for like a break above 210 or something, 214, just in that supply zone. The pineapple is still chilling in the fives, so that's good. Yeah. I don't even know what the company does, virus. But technicals alone though looks okay. Um, uh, there we go. DKI on hold said here. No breakouts yet. You're late to the party, Stefan. Welcome to the party. So yeah, this IPO definitely cooked, but it needs to break out there though. And then pineapple, obviously we need to get back above 520, and then we can resume the Stefan, let's go. These are Friday jams. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Pineapple. We like you. Go back up. Spikes? Yep. Done really, really well. This- There we go. 510. We need boom skis, Pineapple. We need boom skis. Every time I look at the stock, it reminds me of the village. Like when you're in the village and the pineapples all over the place, and like you cut the top of the pineapple and you eat it with a spoon. Mm. Mm. My goodness, like really good pineapples too. Not like sour, um, rushed pineapples. Amazing. So, anyways, $5.20 resistance. Yeah, Shiva. Yeah. Uh, Musty? Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it's because that thing barely has any volume. 517, 518. Come on, you can do it. 519. What's wrong with this 520 level? Did someone there we go. 519. You can do it. You can do it. We need a breakout. Too wide, Tony? Mm, I want to say no, but this thing is a crazy, crazy stock. So you're really hoping for a 520 break here. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much resistance at 520. Here we go again. You can do it. Don't ruin this one, Tony. Don't ruin it. Every time Tony gets into a stock, he ruins it. I'm kidding, by the way, Tony. Come on. Pineapple. If anybody's going to save you, it's Pineapple. Let's go. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Take a second and smash a like. Let's end the week with a lot of likes. Smash it. And hit that subscribe if you're new. And if you're not a member yet, what are you waiting for? Come join us in Discord. Alrighty, click the link at the bottom. Come join us. So again, we still like pineapple. What else do we like here still? Do we like anything else? Do we like anything else, guys? Just the pineapples for now. Some of these new IPOs are still acting sus. SMX? Okay. Sounds good. Spurs is still sucking at the bottom, but of course they're not gonna go get relegated. They're just gonna stay in at the bottom, right above the demand zone, right above like the relegation zone. They're just gonna hold it. Ridiculous. SMX. Adjust. So splitties. I know we were looking at this one yesterday, right? Because they did the split. The volume just never came through yesterday, and then it dipped, and then finally pushed today. So that's good. That is good. If we can get some more breakouts, that'd be perfect. Tony, you're praying that thing gets back up above $5, huh? Yep, there we go. Come on, do it for Tony. Make Tony some monies, please. Just this one time at least. Don't let Tony be the the reason why we keep crashing. This time, tell Tony, welcome to the party. You're in, Lewis? Okay, as long as it holds that bottom. You are really an Arsenal fan. No, I am not. uh, Remember that run Sonny did from against West Ham? That was a goal. That was one of the best goals in the Premier League. Yeah. See, when I think Spurs, I think Sonny. But now Sonny is gone, so yeah. Come out of the closet. Here we go. 513. Come on, Tony. Let me win this once. Yeah. I don't remember Shima. I hope he did though. Because that was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it moves all over the place. So Jack against Burnley. Was it Burnley? I thought it was West Ham Jack. Okay, Pineapple, we're tired of your rubbish. We need brand new breakouts here. Stuff like this is annoying though, because people get impatient, right? The longer we fail to break out, the more likely it is that people panic. So you don't want to be looking at like a stock that's constantly failing at resistance, because as soon as we say it, it drops. Right. But now again, overall though, this thing still looks fine. It's just a bit more dangerous if you're buying this high, right? So I just wanted to get Tony out of the way. Why are you an Arsenal fan? Mm-mm. Yeah, sound. Look at that top, guys. Look at that. Look at that top, right? Sometimes when you see the first warning sign, no, exactly, Tony. I know. Yeah, not bad at all. Sometimes when you see the first warning sign, right? Like, I mean, you had all the warning signs here, all of them. You had all the reasons to sell around this spot on sound, right? And then look at that. It's been dropping ever since, right? You had all the reasons to sell. So hopefully no one's holding a bag on that. All the way down to the demand zone. 1340s. Mm-mm. Yeah, that if you want to buy some coffee. Would you like to buy some coffee? Accepted Monday the 11th. Yeah. So not this Friday, but the next Friday the season starts, I think, for the Premier League. Yeah, next Friday. Winterfell? Yeah, you're definitely looking for the you're looking for that demand zone, which is nice. Right on sound here. So hopefully you get a solid bounce there, right? From that demand zone area. Yeah, the 15. So we need to get our teams and everything else, kind of going this weekend. Then you guys can kind of decide what the price should be, right? Are we going to do $20 entries, $50 entries, $100 entries? That's up to you guys. That's up to you guys. We can vote, and then winner takes all. So we'll do that. We'll do that this weekend. So if you want to play fantasy soccer with us, you will never walk alone, Jack. Especially with Diogo Jota. Yeah, so if you want to join us for fantasy, take a look at the sports channel this weekend. We'll post some stuff. Alrighty. It's gonna be fun. Still need to get Virus to join. And Dan. Slakas. Uh, virus. Yeah, there was an interesting option chain that was posted in Stock General from John today for TTD. Yeah, we posted a video that like walks you through. Yeah, I'll try. I think you had the other team entered too, Shima. So I'll try and remove that this weekend. If not, I'll just create like a whole brand new league and then re-invite everybody else. Yeah, yeah. The World Cup virus is yeah. Yep. Next summer we're gonna be playing that again, aren't we? That was so fun. That was amazing. The World Cup tournament. It was so much fun. So we need to do that again next summer. And the pineapple is back above $5. There we go, 510. Like I said, the overall this thing still looks fine to me. It's just the little stupid candles that are failing below 520. That's the next problem. But when you zoom out though, this thing looks okay. DKI is halted it down again. So complete garbage. Garbage. No. The Super Cup, when's that? All these crazy tournaments, 507, 75, good levels. Absolutely. If we can break above 520. Yeah. Musty, yes. Yes, we are. If we can break out, Kenneth. Yeah. You missed the last spike. It's because you were being greedy, a little bit greedy. You didn't want to take the pineapple. The pineapple's like, hey, you want me? I have a pineapple. You want it? You're like, no. Hassan, what did you get into? What did you get into, Hassan? You got into men or MRM? Why the hell did you get into that thing? I mean, I was wondering how you got into men, but I didn't want to judge, Like, what did you get into? You got into men. I'm not judging. It's okay if you, but yeah. No judgment. I was just a little bit hesitant, But yep. uh, Unbelievable. No, MRM, yeah. you got into something that like we barely talked about today, right, Hassan? So, oof, yeah. I mean, look at this thing, Hassan. Like, look at that double top, right? Look at the double top of the open. Look at the breakdown. Um, yeah, I think this is just a case of being wrong and wanting to be right, right? So don't do that. Don't do that, right? And you can tell the way that that we navigate these stocks is we always come into the open with the list of stocks, right? We're looking at SGBX, we're looking at SPRS, we're looking at, Orus, right? But as soon as the market opens, we're judging, right? We're judging these stocks based on the performance, based on the levels. And if nothing's moving, we quickly move on to Pineapple, right? We're like, hey, Pineapple looks really good. This is the one, right? So you have to treat it like that. We can have a list coming into the open, but I promise you that list is going to change at the open. So it's not about being right, it's about making monies, right? And if you're in something and it's not working, get rid of it sooner than later. And if it runs after you sell, give it one of those fingers, but go to something else. Spikes? Yes, yes, yes. Is there a zone at 510? No. There's 520 resistance. I mean, that supply zone is it like kind of goes from 510 to 520, right? But we can't seem to break above it, and there goes Pineapple with the dip, right? So that's why it's always annoying when a stock finds resistance and it just sits there. Virus. Yeah. Look at the way this thing is dropping and recovering though. Like that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Done that a few times already, right? From 450 back to $5 in the same candle. 420 is the name. CGC, last time it ran 146%. Last time when? Right. So the reason why CGC is moving today is because they reported earnings a few hours ago, right? Um, so in terms of like technical analysis, we talked about CGC a few days ago because Trump was the rumors going around that Trump was gonna legalize at some point. CGC was at a really good spot a few days ago, really good spot, consolidating, right? So that $1 was the level, and we actually talked about this early this week, right? $1 was the spot because it just kept sitting there, right? We said someone was asking, you could easily take a position at $1 with a stop loss at 99 cents. You're risking a few cents, right? So I think it was one of the members was asking to get some calls or something. Don't remember who though. But hopefully they're happy now because it's up 20%, right? You can see that this line is here already. We didn't just put that line, right? So your next resistance is closer to $1.45, $1.50. So 420, right? Your name kind of fits the theme and the stock, right? So your resistance is up there and we hit it and then dropped. So entry has been closer to $1, right? Resistance, closer to $1, between $1.40 and $1.50. Yeah. So if you can break above that 150, then yeah, okay, cool. You're looking for $1.80 and $2, right? Then that would be a 100% move if it can break out. But Hassan, absolutely. Virus. ah. A shakeout candle. Yeah, looks that way, can it? For Pineapple. We still can't seem to break out though. CGC missed earnings again. Yeah, it doesn't always matter though, right? It's not about the earnings report itself. It's always about the guidance, what the company is looking at going into the future. Django says, can you pull up Beanie stock? My friend says it's a good stock. Is he lying? Yeah, your friend, you need to reevaluate your friendship with that person. Because I have a feeling they want to make sure that you never succeed. Um, I have a feeling that's what they want from you. You see this stock? That's Beanie. Does that look like a good stock? Yeah, whoever your friend is, they definitely you might wanna check that friendship. Um, already. I mean, we have to zoom in to see where the candle's at. And the damn thing is, look at this. Yeah. Vena. Ah, yeah. Yep. Stay away from this garbage. No problem at all. Ah, can you imagine being in a stock and every day it's brand new lows? My goodness, someone can jump off a bridge, you know? Sheesh. Can you imagine being in something like this? Every day you wake up, you're like, oh, I hope, nope, new lows. I hope today's my day. Nope, today's not your day. And then the damn thing does a split. I don't know why this stock is still allowed to be on the exchange, honestly. I don't know how they're doing it. I honestly don't know how they're doing it. How they can keep splitting and crashing. Have you ever seen a stock? Have you ever seen a stock, guys? This is one of a kind, like truly one of a kind. Right? Have you ever seen a stock where like the 52-week high in 1 year is 9.4 billion? Have you ever seen that? It's crazy, isn't it? Yep. Anyways, uh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, so Beanie is absolute garbage. The last stock you want to be buying in the market is this one. Maybe it's gonna squeeze at some point because the shorts are, but why hasn't it squeezed the last 10 times we've done a split? Anyways, who are we to judge? So yeah, Pineapple just couldn't break above 520, and now we're retesting that same bottom again. This is what, the fourth time now, right? We shall see. So we keep dropping to 420 and then popping. Maybe that was 5 years ago, ST. Yep, your friend may definitely be lying. Yep. I don't get it though, but that's that thing. The day that stock gets delisted, everybody's gonna celebrate. Celebrate. So yeah, Pineapple keeps dipping and then bouncing and dipping and bouncing. So at some point, it's gonna need to decide here. uh, that's the new Mullen. Yeah, they changed the ticker symbol from Mullen to Beanie. They should just take the last letter at the end. Just call it Bin, because that thing deserves to go into the bin. Yeah, no, this is Mullen. Yeah, Beanie. Yep. Look at this thing. Oh my days. Look at this. Shish. That's just painful. Just painful. AMC earnings next week. What are my thoughts? Well, you need to bring some popcorn. That's for sure. Uh, I can translate the earnings call for you. Yeah. If you need me to, I can basically predict the future. The stock is gonna go up 2 cents because Adam Aaron is gonna say they made record revenue from selling popcorn, and then right after that, it's gonna crash. That's about it. Yeah. Nothing else. All kidding aside, though, from a technical point of view, we've been saying this for a few days now. AMC is sitting at a good level. right? Like AMC sitting at an okay level here, but the stock is just trash. This is like Beanie 2.0. So like it's sitting at a potential double bottom at 280. It's holding. The last time AMC reported earnings, actually, it was also at a double bottom, right? Like look at this. So AMC is better than Beanie, that's for sure, right? The last time they reported earnings, it was at this double bottom right here, and then they reported earnings, and then the stock kind of did boom skis, right? So I don't know if they're gonna do it again, but so if you have like $2 and you're like, you know what, I want to take one AMC YOLO call, that would be the time, you know? Yeah. When Dogecoin pumps, AMC pumps, and GME will pump. No. uh, I mean, maybe. Yeah, no, I the reason why I'm hesitating is because I know you have a point, right? But yeah, AMC is just they're gonna need a proper catalyst. Like they're gonna need to announce something. Musty, probably, probably. I bet you people are taking some YOLO calls on AMC earnings. If I had some monies that I didn't like, I would take some YOLO calls. You know, but spikes. Not happening. There's some other things that are gonna move when Dogecoin pumps, you know, like the Dogecoin treasury plays. So AMC is at the bottom of the list for things to run when crypto runs. GME has some Bitcoin now too, so GME might benefit from Bitcoin, but AMC has nothing other than popcorn, you know. Um, Tony, falling knife. I mean, we're still back to retesting that same bottom here, right? So let's see if we can stay above and curl. The difference this time is we're taking longer to bounce. That might not be a good thing. This is turning into the same day that we've had the entire week. Like the morning is always good, right? Like pre-market good, coming into the open good, market open good, and then a few hours in or like right away we just start going sideways. Sideways. SGBX is pumping. Finally. I think oh yeah, there we go. 42 cents. Yeah. Finally. That thing's back to the same resistance again. I think it was can't remember your name anymore. SGBX. You're back to 42 cents though. You happy now? Pineapple is done. No, I don't think pineapple is done. Right? I don't think we're done here. So we could honestly sell up to 350, right, for a PAPL. If we don't hold this level, we're definitely gonna dump. But in terms of like being done, I don't think so. Not quite yet. Oh yeah, there goes SMX. Yeah, SMX. There you go. That thing said, let me cook a little bit. Let me cook a little bit. Yeah, so the last time we looked at this, it was up 20%, right? Now it's up 51. There you go. Very nice. So SGBX, SMX. Double or nothing. Okay, sounds good. We almost came back and retested the pre-market resistance. See if we can push back up there though. It's not even the top 10. What's on there then? If like SGBX, probably SMX, maybe. There are not a whole bunch of stocks running today, Musty, so I'm surprised it's not on the list. Thoughts on Trump asking for INTC CEO to resign? I mean, Trump is probably going to get what he wants. He usually does. Or he's a bully about it, but yeah. Are you in INTC? There goes SMX. $7.70. Oof. Almost like the volume is rotating from all the other names. Rotation. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one yet. Just staying away. 770. 780. Interesting how PAPL is dumping and SMX is pumping them. Hopefully, Cassie. Hopefully. Oh, sound. What the hell is Lulu doing on there? Whole bunch of useless names, Musty. Sounds good, Hassan. Again, Hassan, if you were in Discord, Shima posted this, Yi posted this, right? SMX has been posted for a few days now. And especially today, it was spammed, right? So, and it's been creeping up and creeping up and creeping up, and then boom skis. And now you're like, oh, I'm waiting for a dip to buy, right? And I'm having a red day. Hassan, upgrade your membership, come join us in Discord because you're missing out, right? You're missing out. You're like one of those people that goes to the job and is like, pay me first, and then I'm gonna start working. You know, pay me first, and then I'm gonna start working. They're like, okay, do you qualify for the job? You're like, no, bro, just trust me. Pay me first. Trust me, bro. I come with skills. Now you have to get the education. You have to get everything else, and then make the monies, right? Trust me, bro. Hassan, you did sign up, right? You signed up, so you just have to upgrade to the legend level because you signed up. Yeah. So pineapple again. We're gonna keep this one on watch, even with the sell off. And then SGBX, it's been 42 cents all day today, so it needs to break out, and then 45, and then 50 cents. Yeah. Spikes has become the spy whisperer. You know, every time Spikes gets into calls, the S&P just starts pumping for no reason. You know. For no reason. He gets in and the market says, oh yeah? Yes, Mr. Spikes. What else do you want? Look at that. Yes, Mr. Spikes. Do you want breakfast as well? He's like, yeah. Some yes, I want some pancakes, please. And some bacon. Yeah. $8 SMX. Yeah, Dan has pretty amazing breakfast. I've never seen anyone have breakfast like Dan. It's like every time anyways. Hopefully Dan's not in the chat. Because the next thing you know, we're gonna get a picture of his breakfast. Stupid breakfast. Can you tell him jealous? La 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 la. You doing it? What are you doing? Tony, what are you doing? Oh, I see. Sound. Oh, okay. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Tony. Good. Yeah, perfect. I like it. No, the market is never personal. The market never looks at you and say, "Oh, I want to keep dropping every time you get into a position." No, you just needs to get better at entries, right? And you never give up. You keep fighting, right? Yeah, you never give up. This was good though. Look at this drop. Look at the consolidation at the bottom, right? We were looking for this level. It bounced a little bit because there was a double bottom, but there wasn't really consolidation there. This was the consolidation at the demand zone, and then the cross above the 900 kernel, and then pop. That was actually, for those of you that are GOAT members, that was actually a really good play, wasn't it? Right? So a nice bump on the algo. There you go, Tony. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, keep working and working and working, and then they're like, "Oh, Tony, wow, you're making monies. Overnight success." Yep, exactly, exactly. Spikes. One baby step at a time. One baby steps at a time. Every time you take a loss in the market, it's not personal. You just want to keep those losses small and move on to the next. Yep, exactly, Tony. Exactly. Keep the losses small and work in the entries. Look at this criminal spikes, guys. Spy still pushing. Yep, exactly. Everybody has to pay tuition in the market. Everybody. You either pay that tuition by losing the monies, or you pay the tuition by getting the right education. So you're gonna have to pay it somehow, though. Right? So you pay the tuition, you get the right education, you paper trade, you start with a smaller account and you lose a little bit, right? And then you figure it out, or you lose a lot of monies and you figure it out, or you go broke. The market doesn't care. The market's one of those places where like you could be homeless and struggling, and the market will say you have $2 more in that account. Come on, put it in. Come on, put it in. We want it. And then after you lose the $2, the market's gonna say, like you could get a job around the corner, shaking things, and then bring the monies back to us. The market really doesn't care. The market will undress you and sell all your parts and still ask for more, right? It's not personal, ruthless. So at some point, you just have to learn and do the right things. Bring me $2 more, work. Come on. Have a great weekend, Mark. See you in Discord. Yep. Yeah. Good job on sound, by the way. Look at Tony go. Look at that. Tony got the consolidation. Look at this boom ski, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. 1425. Okay. For Wi-Fi. Had $55 calls. I paid 2K for them. They're at $65 now. Yep. That's what I mean. The market doesn't care. You could be starving and the market's gonna say, yeah, at least you're starving. Some people don't even have a life. Yeah. Is that too much to ask for? Ah, good job, Tony. Yeah. I want to see a breakout. I can smell a breakout spikes. But we are approaching that double top though. So if you've hit that double already, it would be a pretty good spot to take it. But I want to break out. I want 1%. Stefan, it's always like that, right? It's always like that, usually. right? It's like day one is so exciting, and then day two, day three, moving on, it's like meh, everybody moves on. There we go. You should have hit that goal already, those spikes, like the double goal, because that's a pretty nice pump on SPY there. I think you hit it already. Frank says, for the GOAT subscription, how many times a month do you give one-on-ones? How long? So 45 minutes to an hour. Usually it's an hour, twice a month, Frank. So every 2 weeks or so. Yeah, that's a very nice push. Much smaller position, perfect spikes. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Right? Nothing too crazy, but this is looking very good though. So nice pumpies there. And the double top obviously is going to be a bit of a problem, but we'll see. Yeah. The goats. Yeah, the goat membership, guys. I think it really helps. Um, you know, really helps. And watching a lot of those videos really helps. Because I promise you, if I ask any goat member in the chat, I'm like, hey, where would you get into this position? It's gonna be pretty easy for them. Whereas some other people are gonna be like, well, I don't know. Where do I get in? Right? So makes your life so much easier. 640, send it. Send it. Uh, there you go. Well done, Tony. Good job. It depends, Frank. It depends on the person. Depends. Trading is as much about personality and psychology, right, as it is about the teaching itself, right? This is the trading pie, right? This part of it, this is technicals, risk management, all of that stuff. The rest of it, this is that one time you went to steal a mango and they caught you and then they slapped you. The rest of it, this is the other time you were trying to do something and your parents whooped you with a belt, right? The rest of it is that time that you got into a stock and it got delisted and crashed. This other side is when, like this, all of this is like psychology, right? Like this has to do with so much more. So some people are very detailed and like technical, and they're like, oh, I get it. Then this makes a lot of sense. I just need to follow this, right? Because they have no other things like holding them back. Some people are like, okay, I dealt with this already, so this is holding me back. This is holding me back. This is holding me back. So then you just have to have conversations about it, right? And just keep so. There's so much more that goes into trading than just like what we see with the candles, right? Like self-discipline, and like there's just so much more, right? Some people work out every day, so then they have that self-discipline. Some people have a proper diet. Like there's so much more that goes into all of this than just the actual candles that you see on the chart. Yeah. Mhm. How to have to get in before the catalyst, that's how you really win. The answer to that is no, right? The answer to that is not true. 420. The what you want to do is, like, if you there's honestly no way that we can sit here and expect these names, all of these names, to move, right? um what you have to figure out though is come up with a strategy that says, okay, when a stock has news, like what do I need to see to get in? right? You have to be in the right environment. You have to have the right strategy, right, to be able to benefit from these plays. Because if you're only looking for plays that you have to be in before they move, you're gonna miss out on so much, and it's just not possible. Like it's not possible. There's not a single person on earth. Well, I mean, maybe, right? There's not very many people that you could have asked them today and say, hey, what's gonna be the best pumper after the open? They're gonna be like, oh, it's PAPL, right? No, right? Because PAPL wasn't doing anything, like look, nothing at all, right? And then all of a sudden it's popping, right? So, but being in the right place, like the first alert for PAPL was posted in Discord as soon as it popped, right? 320 or whatever the number was, and then after that, look at this, right? And then Dipsky, and then look at that, right? Uh, and then we just kind of played games. So a lot of people made really good monies in this little chop right there compared to like knowing that it was gonna pump. Um, Yeah, exactly. It's not about predicting, it's about reacting, right? So, and reacting in the right way. Yeah. So here goes SGBX testing that high again. So 45 cents next there for SGBX. Yeah. Yep, Jose. Yeah. 43.26. The actual high, like since the market opened, 43.50 on this one. Sound is still pushing there, so that looks good for you, right, Tony? You moved the stop loss, give it space, potential consolidation. Yeah, there you go. So there comes $14. Good job, Tony. Well done. Well done, skis. 420. Yeah, have a wonderful weekend as well. Alrighty. This is still in sound. This is my best day with real monies. There you go, Tony. Yeah, one step at a time, right? One step at a time. You guys notice how Tony was complaining earlier? Like we were like, hey, Tony's taking losses, right? That's just how the market works. Like earlier today, Tony was taking losses to all of a sudden, this is my best day with real monies, right? So like if something isn't working, you pivot. You just have to take smaller losses and keep working. Because there are times where if Tony was sitting in this same stock, like so Tony had a stop loss on this one at 488, right? If Tony was greedy and selfish and not disciplined, and he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in this because I want to be right. Guess what? All the way down, right? Whereas you cut it, you pivot, you go to the right one, and the right one says, oh, welcome, my brother, welcome, welcome, welcome. What do you want? You want monies? Let's give you monies, right? So there goes brand new highs of the day. So 45 cents on this one. Yeah. You're finally green down low. Finally, finally. Now you can smile. Yep. Yep. 45 cents. So there's your next little obstacle here. 45 cents. So let's see if we can break above that. Try not to go red again though. Down low. You've done that enough today for for everybody. Come on, you can break 45 cents and push for 50 cents. I honestly don't mind like Pineapple just consolidating, and just going sideways for a while. So we can play with some other names and then come back. And then there goes your double top and a slap for SMX, right? So watch for potential retest around like 650-ish. And SPY still looking good for spikes here. So spikes are still smiling. You can see the T reflecting. Yeah. Reflecting. So still a double top there though. We'll see if it actually breaks out this time. $985, yeah. Andy, look at that. Andy says 2,000 pounds, guys. $2,400. My second day of my second day trading. Whew. Come on, Andy. Well done. What did you play with mostly today, Andy? What did you get into? Hmm. Na na na. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Second day, there goes SGBX, right? So 45 cents is your resistance. Surprise, surprise, no. Right, so it's gonna that's your next little obstacle to break above if it wants to push it. BMNR is at the highs of the day. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, as ETH is pumping, this is gonna be one of those stocks that really benefits from it. You can also see, look at this, right? Again, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So that stock is always telling you a story like, hey, I like 45, 46, and then boom skis. So now you're sitting at resistance, right? $48 resistance here ish. Right. So just above $48 there. But you can see the top, you can see the bottom. We're just going back and forth. Musty? Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Spy still looking for that break. Looking. And then SGBX still below 45. Yep. Spikes, that's what I wanted to say earlier, but I also didn't want to say it. But yeah. Yep. Uh, there we go. 45.50. Break even, yeah. So looks like we're breaking above 45 cents. 45 cents. SGBX. Pineapple is just chilling at $4, guys, right? Which is kind of the range we were looking for earlier today, right? And then Bitmine, $48 still. The S&P is sending it there. Woo! Show us those new highs, spikes. Show us the new highs. There we go. The S&P just made brand new highs of the day. Beautiful. 37 to 44, $150. Can you check resistance on PSTV in at 70? Ronell, absolutely. Well done. Yeah, that thing has done exactly what it needed to do there, spikes. PSTV. This is the one Shima mentioned earlier as well on stream here. You're in at 78 cents, you said, right? So you're green in that position there, which is good. Your resistance is right between 89 and 90 cents there. So 90 cents. Let me just look at the daily chart there. I want to see if that, yeah, if there's a reason for that. Yeah, and there is, right? That thing has been running, Ronell, running. And now you're chilling at the 200 EMA there. So right around 90 cents. Right, so 85 to 90 cents, honestly. Any of that, like resistance. So you're gonna need to get that breakout. Spicer, let me thrust. Give me the thrust. We're so close to 1% now, huh? I like it. Ronell, hopefully that answers your question, right? You're looking for resistance, yeah. So that 5 cents to 90 cents is going to be a bit of a problem, but if it can break, then that opens up a whole new range, all the way to $1.20. So, but yeah, just be aware though that it's had a really good run, right? Where is this? Tell spy. So suck it. SGBX starting to look ugly. Yeah, you had a double top, you had a supply zone, you had a yellow candle, right? You had the breakdown. So now you're waiting for consolidation. So like I said, watch 650 ish. See if it can hold. Bitmine, yeah, Bitmine broke out and said hello, 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 hello. That's a pretty sweet breakout. Very good breakout. Well done, Tony. Yep. Part of the process, right? Good job. Part of the process. Don't forget to smash the like, guys. Again, if you haven't already, please and thank you. Let's get to 200 likes. Take a second and smash a like, and hit that subscribe if you're new. And if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot and come join us in Discord. Very positive and also good news. How high could it go? Not as high as BMNR. There goes $50 almost here for BMNR. In terms of like how high sound can go, I mean, we've been to 1425 today, right? Also keep in mind, sound isn't just like the run isn't just starting today. So did that news just come out now, Justin, or was that in there already? If you can get back above $14 and stay, your next potential resistance, sound could push all the way to 16.50. Alrighty, but that 14 is going to be important there to close above. Okay, back to BMNR here. $50. Here it goes. Here it goes. Yeah, Apple is way below the all-time high, so they have a lot of room to pump Apple to pump the markets, you know. Yeah. Your next resistance is $50, Jay. Right. So that 48 was the last level we talked about, right? 48. When you break above 48, you're looking for $50 then next. Right. So and it happened pretty quickly, right? You had a double top at 48. And as soon as it broke, it said, "Okay, next level, please. Next level, please. No one's stopping me." So, if you can break above that 50, and then I think we have another level somewhere else. We'll have to zoom out because I deleted those stupid lines. Alrighty. Like that thing said $50. Who are you? No match. Oof! My goodness, BMNR is cooking there. Damn. Flying. Again, this is the main stock that's benefiting from ETH pumping, right? So as Ethereum is cooking, these dudes hold a whole bunch of it now. So, yep, yep. Cooking. Let me. Well, there goes my speaker dying. That thing's like, nope. Time for you guys to leave. We have like 30 more minutes left, and then yeah, we can hop off. Overtime? No, it's actually pretty good. Like I use this on stream like for hours and then I charge it maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that. So it actually does really well, really really well, which is nice. What happens after butterfly candles on pineapple, Jason? It flies. I'm kidding. What the hell is a butterfly candle? Keep pumping markets. It would have been nice if Bitcoin was cooking today too. Would have been nice. A butterfly. I own it, but you can't remember why, Sam? Well, just don't lose a whole bunch of monies on it, and you should be okay. Is all. Hmm. W shape. Yeah. um. Yeah. There's so many names for these things. Um. Like you're looking for W below $4 here, basically. Yeah. I'm not sure I understand your question, right? So. Yeah. $4 is not a bad spot, right? And that's what we mentioned initially. Like $4 to 350, that might be a solid range for a pineapple. So yeah, exactly, virus. Yeah. Exactly. Hmm. Harry, yeah. Congratulations, by the way. The Tom Lee effect, absolutely. Tom Lee is the goat of the markets, so of course he's not gonna lose. Of course he's not gonna lose. Hmm. So you like Tom Lee? Yeah. Remember we were talking about Tom Lee, like a lot when it came to like the S&P, like a year ago. Because Tom Lee is one of the only people that actually predicts, the markets you know, with a high degree of accuracy. So usually analysts are pretty useless. Tom Lee is the exception. Yeah, I've listened to way too many podcasts with Tom Lee on it, just talking about the markets. Mm, the best warning sign, the 1 minute at 12:04 SMX. Oh yeah, that little like spike candle that pops and doesn't close and then drops. Yeah, like that candle and the next one. Yep. Yup. Pack your bags and run. With confidence, Pyro. Yeah. Yep. I think he was getting a lot of flag last year because he was calling for the markets to run to six something. But then at some point, he said we would also drop to 550. But then obviously we dropped all the way to 480, right? Because of the tariffs and whatnot. So, but we were sitting at six something, and he was calling for dip to 550, and then into the 600s. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen another analyst that comes close to Tom Lee. That's why BMNR cooked because of that, right? I'm calling for 500 SPY. No virus. No. Mm. Pineapple is just chilling here at $4. My goodness. In terms of like predicted high for pineapple, can't really do that. I wish I could tell you. I really wish I could tell you. If I could tell you, like what the high for stock would be, that would be amazing. 93 virus 93. Yeah, so beginning of next month. March. Oh, next March. That's usually the time. The time for violence. Apparently, there's another IPO dropping today. Let me see. Hmm. James, I have not. Do you have a question for OPAT? Do you have a question? What cuts? Yeah, next March, right? But we're barely. I mean, like the beginning of August, we got that dip, right? I think we were expecting a lot more from this, but you can tell, right? So like we talk about like August being the worst month, right? Because of like because we're dropping from the highs and we're dropping quite aggressively, right? But like March, April, that's usually when like March, especially, that's when we're actually hitting lows. Like March is like the lows of the year usually, right? So, and this year, obviously, it moved all the way to April because of tariffs. But yeah, the big March usually when we're hitting the lows, and then we move on. We move on. We move on. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the year plays out, especially going into September, October as well, because those months are usually a little bit scary too. So who knows? Who knows? Mm, 99% from one product, by the way. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Yep. Spikes. Interesting. Right? Enough of the resting. I agree. We need something to get moving here. But now BMNR is the only thing that's looking super promising. Here comes that 51 again. 51. BMNR. Anybody holding BMNR in the chat? Anybody? Anybody holding? Jay, yes in the chat. I know you've been asking about this one for some time now. A couple of days ago, I but went down to 95 and climbed back to 120. I just wanted to know why the volume varies so much, yet the stock will move similarly. For OPAD, so you got in at 95 cents. What's your average, James? I'll take a look. OPAD, right? AD. Do you trade below the view app sometimes? Yes, sometimes. It depends, Frank, though. It depends. Below the view app is usually a bit of a dangerous spot, but yeah, you can do it. Yeah, a few days ago to us is like history, James. It's like a year ago, you know. What's your average on this thing? Because that thing looks like it basically, like, we had a big run on it, right? Pretty nice run. Look at that, right? Then it came back down to the same stupid bottom again. So yeah. Lazy? No, it's okay. You don't need to. You can kindly stay away. You can stay away. Why do brokers restrict you when you're scalping? Yeah, margin account. Yeah, switch to a cash account. You should be good. Sold at 119. So you're out of the position, James. I'm glad you got back out for even though, or like close. So it looks like PAPL is holding that $4 ish for now, right? Trying to. Uh, learning is expensive if you do it wrong. Yep. One step at a time, though. One step at a time. There goes PAPL. Nice little curl. Nice little curl. Nice little curl. There we go. So we are holding. Anybody buy the dipskis of $4 there for pineapples? Anybody buy the dips? Bet you Winterfell bought the dipskis. Work? Yeah. QWERTY? Yeah. Bilal 407? Nice. Yeah. Right. It came back to the level we wanted. The question is, will it keep pumping? Right. So as long as that thing stays above that bottom, I think this is a good scalp for the rest of the day as well. So it's gonna be in and out and scalpies and scalpies and scalpies. And scalp. So that 200 EMA, that white line you see there's a bit of a problem. So it kind of needs to break above that. You did? You bought the Spurs instead? Oh my goodness. Aiden, you're in at $4, you're green. Does that pay for your membership, Aiden? Yeah. 129. Okay. Sounds good. Do 428. You can do it. Where's the boomski candle, guys? Where's the big boomski candle? That 200 EMA is acting as a hater. NEGG Kenny has been a beast. How they're doing it, I don't know, but that thing has been a beast. Yeah, virus. Let's go, Aiden. Aiden became a member last night. Aiden says, yes, sir. Bought my membership last night. Paid for and more. Paid for and more, Aiden. Well done. High five. Right? Like when people take a chance on themselves, take a chance on yourself and let the monies pay you back. Right? Well done. Congratulations. Now let's make more monies, please. Let's make more monies. If you're not a member yet, guys, you're missing out. Click the link at the bottom of the chat. Become a legend member like Aiden and come make your membership monies back. And more, please. And more, please. Yeah, that 200 EMA is acting as a problem here. So this level is going to be interesting. Hmm. Let's go, Tony. Yeah, yeah, exactly, right, Rob? Doesn't it feel amazing? Lots of room on Apple. Okay. Uh, Ninja, no, that's the Legend membership. Yeah. If you're using an Apple product, use a different product instead. Apple seems to charge a bit more, unless yeah, the Legend level is what you need to sign up for if you want to join us. Yeah, so that 200 EMA here for made 22K this morning and just sitting on your hands all day. Dot, oof, beautiful. Congratulations, Dot. How come you're not a member yet? How come? Don't make me find you. Come join us. Ninja, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, BMNR. The highs, yeah, not at that spot now. James, have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later. Yeah. They, yeah. Is Quetty a play of the like the keyboard? I feel like it is. Quetty. Quetty reminds me of like this this kid in high school. So like high school, right? Um I like so we this was like my second year in Canada, right? Like my second year in Canada. Yeah. And I'm in like the social class, like 16, yeah, 16 going to 17 maybe, yeah, or like 17, right? And like I finally got my first like iPod, right? Like the first piece of technology I've ever had, you know, the iPod. And like I do everything on that thing, right? Music and like everything, games, blah blah blah, right? So then like I'm like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom, right? So like when you're going to the bathroom, I think you're not allowed to take like your phone and stuff. So then like there's a kid sitting beside me. That kid's name is Kweti, and then the other kid is like Mohammed or something. So then I left my my AirPod on the damn table, right? Then I come back. When I come back, the damn thing's gone. It's gone. Like it just went poof. I'm like, okay, who took my iPod? And I know both of these kids are criminals. Well, especially the one that's named Mohammed. Criminal. Because I've seen the kids that he walks around with in high school. Criminals. I'm like, dude, give my AirPod back. I'm not even kidding. And the dude's like, I don't know where it is. And Jaden Hitch. I was so pissed. If I Ninja, yeah, you can always cancel after a month if you don't like it. Yup, yup. So that was gone. Well, thank you much, NEV, too much. If you want to join us in Discord, you just have to click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot, and then sign up for the legend level. And then once you do, I'll send you the link. Actually, so Kweti, yeah, so we shall make great memories. Yeah, Kweti. Kweti, this is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. So this Discord link, that's your invite. Alrighty, so click that link and then follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Really take advantage of it, Kweti. Like you're going into the weekend, go through all the channels, watch some videos, right? So first things first though, click the link, go to the Getting Started channel and follow the steps in there. Once you do, you have access to everything. Spend some time educating yourself. And if you have any questions, ask in Stock General. Alrighty? Shima, let's go. I don't know. I hope he's doing well. I was just I wasn't happy. Was not happy. And there's obviously more to the story. Like so, that was the first like piece of technology I had. But also like when we moved to Canada, like my dad had like 3 jobs. Like my dad had like 3 jobs. My mom had like 2 jobs. Because we moved here with like nothing. And then we were renting this apartment, so they must have spent like some nice monies on the iPod, and then some idiot stole it, right? So whenever they're like, "Where's your iPod?" I'm like, "I don't know," because I'm not about to, But anyways, um, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll hop off in a few minutes, and then maybe like 10 minutes after we'll hop off. Yeah. So there goes BMNR, and then Pineapple is just playing games here with that 200 EMA. Let's go, Kweti. Welcome. Yeah. Now I have Shima a whole bunch of unnecessarily expensive, Apple products. You know, Jamaican. Yeah. A lesson today, Bilal, in what? Patience? Oh, what? A lesson in patience? Yeah, that thing's pretty. Bitmine is just pumping there though, just cooking. Kathy Woods owns a whole bunch of this now too, right? Kathy Wood owns a whole bunch. Tom Lee, right? So these all obviously these guys are you know loading up the boat in this stock. Since yesterday virus, yeah, you need to get some rest then. Kathy Woods is like viruses, like stock market crush. Stock market crush. Nice Winterfell. Nice scalp. I know, right? Of all the women in the stock market, Virus had to go with Kathy Woods. Virus. I mean, yeah. Whatever floats your boat, he says. Yeah. Yeah, that 200 EMA was too strong for resistance on PAPL, so that's kind of annoying, isn't it? So now we're dipping again here. Another retest of the bottoms. Good job on selling that position, by the way, Tony, on Sound, right? This is what the market is about. Execution, right? Your stop loss hit, look where it's at now. Still dipping. So good job. Get a party bus. ah. Pyro. Wow. Unbelievable. And Spy with a bit of a double top there. Did you take those gains, Spikes? A big bank account. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. There you go. What chat for? Yeah, Stock General Legend. Yeah, Stock General Legend. So again, Quitty, make sure you watch the once you connect, follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Once you connect and you get access to all the channels, watch the video. The last video in the Getting Started channel is gonna help you with everything, with all the different channels. All right, it's gonna explain it. And then if you have questions, ask in Stock General Legend. Okay, sounds good. Spikes, sounds good. Let's go, Ninja. Right. So again, welcome as well. Really take advantage, like especially over the weekend, guys. Take advantage and watch those videos. Go to the New Trader Education channel and ask questions on questions on questions. Alrighty, yeah. Quetty is connected and good to go. Shima tagged you in Stock General, Quetty. So watch that video though. There's a new class we did in the New Trader Education section. There's also a video in the Getting Started channel, so watch that. Alrighty. Yeah, Ninja, what do you do now? Click the link at the bottom of the chat and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Alrighty, so we're gonna hop off in like 5 minutes, guys, so I can go do some one-on-ones. But yeah, come join us in Discord and let me know if you have any last questions. Get back. Yes, Ninja. Yeah, click that link. Do I get the Discord link from email or something? No, the link is right here. So click this link at the bottom of the chat ninja. Click the link. It's going to take you to the Getting Started channel. That's the only channel you have access to. Follow the steps in that channel. So connect your Discord to YouTube. Once you do, you get access to everything else. And then spend some time over the weekend going over everything, please. Watch the videos, blah, blah, blah. Until then, thank you, Stefan. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. PAPL is just playing games here with this $4. SPY? No, why? No. We've talked about SPY just a little bit, right? Everything else we spent a lot of time looking at. Yeah. Yeah, the videos are very long, right? Yeah. It's annoying, but we don't really have a choice, you know. HTFL IPO is open. Yeah, that was the big one, right? No, that one wasn't even on the list for some reason. Let me refresh this again, Amy. Still not on the list. Crazy. HTFL. HTFL. Thank you very much. And maybe it's because it's very expensive. Hard flow. Interesting. Uh, 29.20. $30. Interesting. Yep. Bilal, any chance of it pumping back? Yes. Question is when. Question is when. The question is when. No. Yeah. 70, 30, 20. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna leave it here for the day, though, and continue in Discord. Cool. Can you check if I'm in the Discord chat? Sure, I'll take a look. You are not. Oh, you are. Is your name Ninja Whale? Yeah, Ninja Whale. That's weird how it shows up like that. Yeah, Ninja Whale, you're in the chat. So if you can see all the channels in Discord, you have access. So you're good to go. All right, just watch that last video in the Getting Started channel. That's gonna walk you through. Virus, get some sleep, Virus. Get some rest. Have a wonderful weekend, Virus. Much love. No more working. Had to change the account. Oh, Ninja Whale. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so watch that last video. It's gonna walk you through. Pyros. Have a wonderful weekend, Pyro. See you in Discord. Stefan, later. Have a wonderful weekend, Jay. Bilal, see you soon. Yeah. Let me get some water and then we'll do our one-on-one. Do I have back-to-back one-on-ones? Probably. Oh, actually, no. Your one-on-one is in 25 minutes. Woo! Okay, perfect. Bilal in 25 minutes. So I'll see you in 25 minutes. So we yeah. You and your men? Yeah. Ah, keep an eye on you. Jay, have a wonderful weekend. Alrighty. See you in Discord. Something stick with you forever. Yep. Yep. Can we get a one-on-one on the wheel? Vena? Absolutely not. One-on-ones are yeah. It's one of those things that we rarely give away. Because we definitely don't the one-on-ones we like the time obviously we don't have a whole bunch of. Also, those things are very valuable, so we don't charge enough for them, which is fine, right? But we're definitely not giving that away. Yeah, then I just upgrade to goat if you're interested in a one-on-one. On the wheel, yeah, that we can do. uh, you can if you just pay for one session, but I just like doing the goat because everything else is too complicated. Gifted made a let's go. Well then, I like it. Alrighty, all. Again, have a wonderful rest of the day. Is there a chat and Discord I should join to talk to you guys? Yeah. So we're gonna go to Stock General. When we leave the stream, sometimes we do a voice chat. I don't know. I don't think we're not gonna do that right now because I have a one-on-one. So we just go to the voice Stock General Legend chat. Jonathan, if you click the link at the bottom of the chat, it's going to show you. Click that link at the bottom of the chat. It's going to show you from Virus there. So click this link and look at the gold level. Thank you, Ninja. Alrighty, welcome. Yeah. Alrighty, so when we leave the stream, we go to Stock General Legend. And if you want to listen to something, there's a voice scanner at the bottom there. You could join the voice scanner channel. And it's going to read out the news to you whenever something's moving. Alrighty, so the voice scanner. Enjoy your weekend, A. Was today, your birthday was this week or this weekend? Either way, have a wonderful birthday, A. Chat in Discord. Elisa, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. I think you sent me a message, Elisa. I just haven't responded. So yeah, I'm horrible with messages sometimes. Like I will read your message and then plan on responding because I'm doing something else. Well, 2 days later. 2 days later. Friday. Today, Friday. Happy birthday, A. Enjoy. Have some cake for us. Have a wonderful weekend, Dirt Kills. Much love all. See you guys in Discord or next week. Bye for now. Bye, guys. Spikes, have a blessed weekend. Thank you very much again. You're number one. Spikes with the crown for now. And keep cooking, Spikes. Keep cooking. Mayhem, take it easy. Have a wonderful weekend. Dot, yeah, they slapped that thing. Bye, guys.